and welcome to Kev's Magpie's YouTube channel. There's a few things. We'll be going on about. I think I might have done the preview. No, I haven't done a preview of it, but I did do, a review of the game or a reaction to the game, plus the footy tips. So, game's on tomorrow. The one thing I will say with that is, I think, I'm so excited about tomorrow's game, but I think this match, if we can beat Melbourne, and I'm hoping, I don't know what we're going to do, because if Gordon doesn't play, we might rest Brody Grundy, just to give him that breather, because he has been playing every week. So, I think that's how I look at it from this point of view. So, I'll go on the 5 things a lot I think what should happen. And I might talk about, throw a couple questions up as well on top of that, because that's what I felt that we can improve now. Number one is our midfield. If pretty big if Pendlebury does play. I've been hearing on Instagram that Pendles is a chance to play. If that is proven to be correctly, that would help our midfield out. Now, the question is, can our midfield dominate Melbourne's midfield? If Pendlebury does play, I think we'll end up doing that anyway. But it depends on who's in the ruck for either side. So if Grundy and Gordon are going at each other, and it's an away game, so we'll be wearing a clash jumper against Melbourne for that. I think we will see the difference in what we do towards Melbourne. So I think if that's going to be the case, then it'll be a good battle, and hopefully our midfield can get on top of Melbourne's midfield. But if both of them don't play, then it could be a chance for either Max Lynch to debut, or it could be Darcy Cameron might check, maybe have Cox or Reid in the side on top of that. So that's what we need to do. Number 2, I've been talking about our forward line for a while. Well, we kicked accurate last week. Can we back it up? I reckon we can. But my concern would be what type of midfield, what type of delivery we get in our forward line. If it's a good delivery, we're certainly a real chance to win. If it's a crap delivery, what will Melbourne do? How will they set up as well on top of that? So we should be able to start playing a little bit better. We don't even know for the fixture for round 14 and onwards. So this one should be an interesting game. I would say that it should be close, but we'll know for sure what happens. So I think in that situation we should be able to win. as many games as possible. But other than that, who knows? So with GWS losing, gives us a chance to go ahead of GWS as well. On top of that, not gonna, yeah, it's more interesting on how we play as a team compared to um what the opposition does as well. Yeah, yeah, good. But 13, can our defence stand up? That's if Darcy Moore does play, we managed him last week. Who goes out? Is it done? Jordan Ruffett signed on for another couple more years too at the Pies, so it's always good news for us. Other than that, I don't know on who will come out. If you're gonna bring him in, maybe give Tom Langdon one more match in the scratch match, and we'll see how we go with that. So, considering it's we got a match on Saturday, and we have a sort of longer break as well on top of that. So that will conclude our season in somewhat shape or form. Personal opinion now. I think we're in great shape. We have had a few injuries, but you know every team's going through its challenges, and when we are no different to any other team at the moment. Number 4, no secret of this. Can we get our scoring up? Now I'm happy the way that we did play. Yeah, we kicked accurate. And we have looked the goods when we have kicked accurate. But I think that's the major concern. That we haven't, I know we haven't kicked over 100 points for a while when we're averaging 80 points a game. We're not under that. So I think that's a real concern. A little bit. But look, I don't care how we play, as long that we win. You know, I am going to be critical of my boys in situations, and to be honest, if there was another way that we could play, I'm going to have an opinion on it. I'm not inside a club's wall or anything. So we'll certainly find out after. And number 5, can Ligdon Dunn back up a second game after, and Tim Broom had exactly the same, or will they make 2 changes and 1 change? So I feel I give them the next. I keep playing them. I would use Dunn in defence, and I'll play Broomhead in his role at the moment, and then we see how we go when it comes with that. So the match committee have got a tough job as well. But having said that, we are playing. So we've had 2 weeks worth of against West Coast and Fremantle, which to me, fought hard, but we just lost against Freo. We got absolutely our pants pulled down. We played against Sydney and Adelaide. Sydney was a good half-foot win. It wasn't probably the best of matches, but we still won. Against Adelaide, Adelaide came out. Only because you only have 4 days in between, 3 or 4 days in between, and then that's it. So that's going to be the case. We should be able to get a win before we face North Melbourne on that Monday, but we got to look after. I think one thing that we will do is I think that we will start resting a few players, and because Pendlebury hasn't played before the West Coast game, that type of rest I reckon will do him the world of good, and we should be able to see something for longer to recovery as well. Or we might be able to rest Pendlebury for 1 more week and get him up for North Melbourne. But I think with Melbourne's midfield, we might just say, no, we'll play him this week, and we'll play him, I think, the next game as well. And then other than that, we don't know what's going to happen with the fixture. It could be along the season, or it could be like a week in between games, or it might be 4 to 3 days worth of matches, as we've seen. I don't really like that idea. I don't want. I like any day footy's on, I'll watch it. But other than that, I think because there's good and bad points to that as well. So you can have a week to recover. You can train 2 or 3 times a week, and then head into the game, or you might have a couple of days off to recover. To recover from training, but you're only allowed a captain's run and a light session, or you might have the main session in contact work as well. So I think with that, it does become a bit tricky for all the teams involved to be able to do that. And with this season's being a weird one, whoever wins it for mine will have earned that. And we'll see how how it goes on for next year's fixture. Our CEO, Mark Anderson, has come and said that he wouldn't mind having that for next year, whether or not there's crowds in Victoria. And considering that we haven't been able to go to the footy at all, how would it affect the memberships for our clubs, to be honest? So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully this doesn't affect us too much, and we can play games at the MCG and at Marvel. Well, mainly at the MCG because it's the favourite ground, at home ground, but it's a favourite ground to go to. That's where the finals and the grand final gets played, or for Victorian teams. Other than that, I have no idea. And what will happen next? Who will win the premiership will, I think, earn it. But we'll see how we go. So, what we should do, I think we should rest a few. Some of the boys are going to get sore. Rufford did not play for one match and they gave him the week off. So I think, and that was a smart decision with the club. And then we'll see how that goes. Certainly we should find out by today, hopefully, when the club does announce it. So, but also, what we're going to do with our forward line as well, we're going to rest some of our forwards. On top of that, maybe Seaver might need a rest. Josh Dacos, maybe because he's the umpire, or we might be able to afford to play him in these tough situations as well. On top of that, so without having on too long, I could do a long video, but I ain't going to do that. I could talk about what we may not do. But personally, I wouldn't make too many changes, but I might make 2 or 3 changes. So like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to put the notifications on. Peace.